Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look at SUI, seeing what's going on here. This coin is actually doing very, very well. I know a lot of folks who unfortunately tried to short this coin and got kind of hit. There's chances that the price could pull back, and if it does, just to kind of throw it out there so you are aware of these key Fibonacci retracement levels. We can see 0.382 is a pretty strong potential resistance level, as we saw 1, 2, 3 attempts before the fourth time broke. So that does imply potential support about 92.7 cents. 85.7 is the 0.5 Fibonacci level, and 78.8 is the 618 level there. So again, those are different Fibonacci levels, just kind of prepare you for it. Big surprise, the price worked itself into a channel, broke out, and the ways in which it could pull back is exactly in that same channel. So we got a lot of support there. We can also confirm that with volume too, if you do exclude this most recent time frame, right? So again, a lot of volume right here at this 85-cent mark. So its average true range is about 85 cents, therefore 0.5 we can confirm is a strong support level. So if you're new to the channel, Joe, just keep in mind I love to teach people trade. Hope you can learn something today. Congrats to our community members who've taken some decent profit here recently. Premium group here, again, 60% on VeChain in 3 days. Chainlink, 34% in 1 day. Solana, 3 days if you round up, 42%. And Celestia, 61% in 1 day. That was all so far today. Okay, so good profits there. I've got a good 5 or 6 coins I'm looking at here to go ahead and send some signals soon. So be patient, folks. I promise there's going to be some good stuff here. Just waiting for a little bit of confirmation for a 1-day candlestick closure. So when it comes to this coin, what we want to talk about is a few key factors. Let's go ahead and look at the moving averages because these are really important. Of course, with the price being up this high, it's going to be above, but we need to recognize that is a support level, and that is going to continue to ascend with the trend here. Okay, so we're just going to draw out a trend line here, kind of give us perspective on what's going on in the overall sense. And I get the question a lot, like, hey, how do we draw out trend lines? Well, for the most part, concurrent with moving averages is probably the best way to go. So they kind of create their own lines. But you could also do candlesticks or candle wicks. Honestly, it's kind of more of a preference thing. There's no right or wrong way to go. Because again, these trend lines are just kind of giving us perspective later of what to expect and kind of what to look for. We break that trend line, there's a chance the price might continue lower, right? But the 20-day SMA being above that is the most important trend setter you could find on the daily, just helping you understand that, hey, we're still bullish, right? It's really what it boils down to. Stochastic RSI is confirming that. Traditional RSI is hitting 70, potential resistance level there, which we already see on the charts. Does imply here that 0.236 may be the next stopping point. Nice strong convergence on the MACD there, even shortly after we just diverged 4 days ago. Okay, so again, strong behavior here for this coin. Absolutely looking like it wants to continue. See if there's any liquidity or fair value. Nothing significant on the daily time frame. Previous fair liquidity levels have been swept. Take a look at the 4-hour. We can confirm a few things here where there is a lower level of liquidity, but not tremendous, not a whole heck of a lot, not a big deal there. The most recent liquidity level was swept. Again, pretty common for the price action to retest its most recent high, especially in bullish trends. So there's really nothing strange or obscure about this coin and the way that it's moving. It is moving a lot faster and stronger than other ones. That's true, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to stop. Okay. Now, again, when it comes to this kind of overextension, you do want to look at TD sequential, where it is 7. We really likely have another 8 to 12, maybe even 8 to 16 hours of continuation potential here, okay? Because again, just because you hit a 9 doesn't mean it's going to turn around, but this coin does have a tendency of hitting 9s and reversing itself. So I would say pay closer attention to this coin in roughly 8 to 10 hours. It's like, well, what do you mean, Cash? I'm going to be asleep in 8 to 10 hours. Well, okay, look for another opportunity then, or potentially consider scaling into your position. I'll talk about that here in a minute. Okay, so moving average convergence, divergence, what do we do here? Well, when it's converging this strong, we don't short into it. It's really the bottom line. I know a lot of folks love shorting coins that are overextended. I don't really like it too much because it's just too much of a wild card. You don't know the top is in just yet. And is $1.15 going to be the highest point? It may or may not be, but there's a decent chance, depending on how this performs the next 12 hours, will tell us a lot. So the hourly time frame is going to probably indicate a little bit more, but truth is we're over 78 on the RSI. Money flow index is high. When the MFI is above 70, or more so specifically above the RSI on the 4-hour time frame, that's an extremely strong sign that the price wants to continue upwards, or it's going to, at the very least, hold this price action in itself. In other words, stay right where it's at roughly. Because what that basically is just telling us here is that, yes, people view it as overextended, and it is. It's also considered to be high volume and heavy accumulation. When people are accumulating a lot of volume, you don't try to bet against that. It's like trying to punch through a brick wall or something. It could probably be done if you're a really strong person, but it's not really necessary. Okay, again, just because you can do something does that really mean you have to? Again, there's a lot of theory that goes into this, of course, but I'm just being kind of arbitrary here by saying those things. It's just, the truth is, no matter what analogy you put in here, the trend is going up, okay? Just do yourself a favor and try not to short against it. Am I telling you to take a long right now? No. Am I saying that because there's not a long position potential right now, if there is, that you take a short? No. It's not don't have say opposite of what I mean disease, all right? Just literally pay attention to the charts. They're speaking to us here. This volume is not something you want to bet against, okay? Again, it's kind of overextended too. I really don't like taking longs in situations like this. I want to wait for a little bit more confirmation. Quickly to note, we're above all 4 moving averages on the 4 hour. The hourly time frame, we can see even though we're overextended on the 4 hour-ish, we're getting there. We can see we've seen nice healthy continuations. We hit a 9 here, a little bit over time, consolidates for 4 hours. Nice little reset up to an 8. Consolidate for 2 or 3 hours. A little reset up to a 5. So this is what we refer to as a healthy continuation. I love coins that shape themselves up like staircases, okay? We don't want parabolic increases. I know people out there, other influencers perhaps will say that, parabolic, oh, going to the moon, this is awesome. They got their stupid face on the thumbnail. Come on, guys, grow up. That's not how trading is supposed to be. You avoid stuff like that. Mainly because it's a death trap, and it's one of those things that can literally go either way. I know you'll make tons of gains on certain things like this once in a while, but all the time, no. We look for confirmation. In fact, this coin had really good confirming factors on our CC Golden Indicator. In fact, I want to share this with you. One of our community members had mentioned this. I saw it here earlier. This is the gains here for somebody using our CC Golden Indicator. Again, it's not phenomenal, don't get me wrong. It's really, really good, of course, depending on who you are, but still, you got to just make sure you use confirmation and confirm everything. So everything I'm looking at here, I use that in conjunction with my CC Golden Indicator to make sure you understand, or I understand, that it's worth taking entry. Okay. Again, all sorts of different confirmations. Ichimoku Cloud is going to give us confirmation we're good to go here too. So again, I would say 4 to 8 hours we may want to consider. I wouldn't say taking a short, but more so trimming your long position if you're in profit. Otherwise, the inverse of that, of course, would be to wait for a better long. In this market, folks, I think the best thing you can do for yourself is to wait for long positions versus trying to short to a better long. Some people just have this inherent need to open a short as soon as they close a long. It's not necessarily the best thing ever. In fact, I constantly struggle with the fact that there's a reverse tool in most exchanges. It's just not necessarily the best thing to do. Again, day trading, different story. I've used that before in the past, all well and good. But when we're talking about swing trading, mostly my analysis is geared towards that. You want to be careful and cautious in how you structure your trades. And there's a lot of gray area, and that's the gray area I like to wait and be patient with. Okay, like 90-95% of trading is waiting. Okay, try to remember that. If you're going to hear one thing from this video, make sure you listen to that. All right, so here's just a quick little example of something that one of my members provided to one of my community members here. They were talking about the CC Golden Indicator and how it works. Simply put, it gives you good entry signals and sell signals. Okay, so back here, we saw a couple of entries, targets there, and of course a sell signal there. That put someone in profit roughly about 8 or 9%. There was another buy entry here and a sell target here. That put someone in roughly 13%. Okay, so again, that's just kind of the concept of how that works. Again, now we looked at everything so far. Everything's truly bullish. There's very little counting against us minus an overextension. We have these confirming factors here. There's really no reason to consider a short. Now, keep in mind, some folks can use this sell signal as a shorting indicator, and that's up to you if you want to do that. I'd rather use it as a take profit target, but again, that can be worked there. So the bottom line here is that we don't necessarily have a new buy signal just yet. So again, buying the top isn't necessarily the best call, which is why we wait for confirmation. So right now, what we're waiting for is for it to establish itself in its range. We want to make sure that if it comes down, it doesn't come any lower than the most recent high. That would tell us that we're probably going to be able to hold this range. Those are things I'm looking for. So again, we're still a little premature here in the sense of considering a long or short position. I think that if you have a long open, keep it open. You should be good to go for another 12 hours or so. Just move your stop loss higher. Consider taking profits. We have what is a rule in our community. Of course, not everyone does it, of course, but it's recommended. 70% profit in your first target. Adjust your stop loss to break even. Let the rest ride. Hit multiple targets on the way back up. If it comes back down, you still walk away in the green. That's how you take profit, folks. You don't just go all in and all out when you feel like it. This isn't a game. This is literally something that if you treat like a business, you're going to get those kind of results. So anyways, just some friendly advice there. So that's kind of where we're at there for SUI. Looking pretty solid. I think it's in good shape. I think I talked a little bit too long here today. I apologize, but I care for my community, and I get I wouldn't say get tired of people coming over needing my help, but it's frustrating to know that people are getting destroyed because they're following other poor examples out there. Let's just, let's change the game here. Cryptocurrency can be a serious thing if you take it serious. You can have fun too, don't get me wrong. I love taking profit, but it just frustrates me to see some good people get destroyed. So anyways, I hope that makes sense for you. Like, subscribe, follow. Do yourself a favor too. Make sure you use Bitunix. Phenomenal exchange. My favorite by far. No KYC or VPN, that's why we work with them to ensure our community members have a good exchange. We've also got an admin over in our Discord if you have any questions regarding it. But mainly, they have a nice little bonus here, essentially, some trading competitions coming up from the 15th to the 29th. You have to use my link to register first in order to qualify for this, but all you gotta do is hit join now. It's a second link down there, the little 1-2 step, and you'll be eligible for this. I don't want you to try to trade more because of this, that even though volume is part of it, you should still use it in the sense of just having some extra bonuses and having some fun, really. That's the bottom line. So check it out in your own time. If you have questions, reach out. CryptoCash.tech is where you can register for premium. Otherwise, hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take good care.